Hey, how are you? This is Santa Claus is coming to town. Okay, we're going to use the top part tonight. I do have cutouts for this one. I have the Santa head. I don't know if it's upside down or what. No, it's not. Santa head and the outside outline, plus a 9x9 box frame. Okay, so I hope you're ready for this one. I love this transfer so much. Look at that Santa head. That is like a vintage Santa, and I dig it. So let me see if I can find my live really quick, and then we can get moving. So I want to do a couple things. We're going to paint this background and the frame, and then we'll quickly paint the cutout, and we'll go from there. Okay? All right, here we go. Alrighty then, y'all ready? Let me know when you're here. Hi, Joni. Hi, Lisa. Welcome, ladies. All right, so I want to do the background of the actual box frame with black, and I'm trying to decide exactly how I'm going to do this. So I'm thinking that I don't know if I want to do the inside of the frame part black. I'm thinking I do, because it'll make it easier on me. Just to not have to not get black on it, and trying to come and paint it red is going to be hard. So I'm just using Folk Art chalk paint in black. It dries in a matte black color, and I love it. Now this surface is double-sided, so just think about that, especially with all the new stuff that's coming out next week. You could easily do Santa on one side and, I don't know, Valentine's Day or St. Patrick's Day on the other side, okay? So keep that in mind whenever you're using these surfaces. There's multiple ways that you can do it, and you can still have a blank side on the back that is a whole nother slate for you, okay? So it's a twofer, really. Buy one surface, use it for two different seasons or designs, and then whenever that season's over, you just flip it and you got something brand new, okay? Hi, Donna, welcome. Thank you, I'm so glad you're here. Hi, Marcia. Hi, Karen. Hey, Melissa. Hi, Stephanie. All right, so you can comment the word Santa to get all the stuff to get this. Plus, if you haven't yet, make sure that you sign up for live notifications so that you get a message whenever I do my lives. It has been a busy week, y'all. I can't believe it's Friday, though. It's so weird. It feels like it went by really fast. In the middle of the week, it always feels slow. But now it's Friday, and it's like, okay, well, what happened to the week? So we got feedback today on the showing from yesterday. And again, it just wasn't a fit, which is okay, I guess. We do have an open house tomorrow. So hopefully my house will find its buyer tomorrow. So cross your fingers for that, because I need it. Personally, I need it. Okay, so let me get, this one's a little shorter brush than another one. Hi, Sherry. How are ya? Thank you so much, Donna. Yes, it's going to be awesome. So excuse me, I have a cough drop in because my throat has been very dry. With the cold air coming in, this always happens to me. But anyways, yeah, so last year, well, I guess it was earlier this year, actually, Chris and I went to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, on the incentive trip, and it was so fun, okay? If you are a chalk couture designer, you do not have to say it here in the comments, okay? But if you are, and you have any thoughts about potentially doing the business side, okay, you can do it. All right, I had no interest or intention to do this when I started in April of 21. And I earned that trip, y'all. So thank you, Melissa. I appreciate that. Yeah, you know what? This is a men's sweatshirt from Walmart. So thank you. I'm glad you like it. I love this sweater because it's thick, but it's also sort of fitted. Most men's shirts are not fitted, like well enough for me. But I do like shirts like this, like sweatshirts, because they tend to be a little bit longer. And I'm a tall person. Hi, Laura. How are you? And so they end up working way better for me usually. Women's shirts, y'all, women's clothes are ridiculous, okay? They're more expensive and they're always too short or they shrink really bad. Hi, Lori. And if you can't make it through a wash and dry session in this house, you're not going to live here for long, okay? I don't care how expensive you are. Because there's no special treatment going on here. Now, occasionally I will hang stuff to dry, but that's a rare occasion too. And if whatever clothes I have the misfortune of having Chris change them over from the washer to the dryer, that's it, okay? Although I say that, now he's very funny. If he thinks that one of my shirts feels even the slightest bit like it might be too fragile for the dryer, he will not put it in the dryer. He will hang it, which I think is hilarious because he's afraid. He knows. He's a good man. Anyway, so yeah, this will be our second incentive trip. And actually last year, or I say last year, earlier this year, was when I got the commitment from Chris that he will forever carry my boxes. All of the heavy boxes that get delivered to this house from Chalk Couture, even if they're delivered during the day. Hi, Mom. How are you? Which they all are delivered during the day. If I see it on the porch, I will leave it. It's staying out there until he gets his booty home because I'm afraid I'm going to squeeze this too hard. I like these squeeze bottles, but I never trust them. Okay? Every time, it's like way too much comes out. Or not enough. So we'll see how this goes. Alright, this is just regular acrylic paint in a red shade that I'm going to use. I might have to go twice on this frame with this color. This wood is really soaking it up. But that's okay. So yeah, this will be our second trip, completely paid for. But yeah, if you're a designer and you've even considered working the business, you should give it a shot because what you will find is something that I find to be very interesting, that people love these products, as you all know, okay, and they sell themselves. You don't even have to do it. So, I mean, it's been a win-win for me. I've made more friends doing chalk than I've ever known before, or that I've ever liked before, to be honest with you. I didn't think that I had room in my life for new friends, especially. I don't get along with women that great usually. They're catty, things like that. But I have absolutely not run into that at Chalk. And it's been the biggest blessing, I swear. Hi, Anita. How are you? Hi, Deborah. So, consider that if you really are seriously thinking of joining or already a designer and not doing anything with it, and you even have an inkling that you might want to, give it a shot because you never know what's going to happen, okay? And you don't know what's meant for you. Oh my gosh. I'm liking this red on here a lot with the black. Oh, of course you can, Donna. You absolutely can. Okay, look, I do not consider myself a creative person. I'm a crafter. I've always been a crafter, okay? But I do not consider myself to be somebody that easily comes up with ideas on my own, like of cool things to do and stuff like that. I do a lot of, I see products, I see other, what other people are doing, and then I'm like, oh, I can do that. Okay? Look at this. And so, a lot of the stuff that I do is taken from other ideas that I've seen, okay? Whether it be other chalk designers, or just out in the world. I'll see something that's similar to something that we have, and I'll try it. I know, me too. I'm going to go over it one more time after that dries, but in the meantime, I'm going to just trim off. I just trimmed off the little bit, this much, of my little makeup sponge, and I'm going to use this sucker until it's done, okay? So I'm just dipping it right in my paint, and Santa and this round part are both going to be red. Now, we're going to do 2 coats on here too. I can already see it, but that's okay. I am going to need more paint on my little color tray. Totally fine though. But yeah, I do not consider myself to be creative whatsoever, and doing chalk has brought it out in me. And doing lives, coming up with new projects every night has opened up a side of me that I never ever expected. And the cool thing about chalk is that you do not have to do lives. I know that a lot of people see me doing them and see other designers doing them, and they think that that's the only way, and it's not. That's silly to think that. There's so many different things that you can do with it. So, give it a shot if you're even on the fence. If you want to take chalk paint off, like off of the wood, you would have to sand it. So no, I mean, really on these surfaces, these are not reusable surfaces. Okay, so you would have to sand it down in order to take it off completely. But that's why it's great that it's double-sided, because then you can flip it and do a whole nother design on the other side, and you would never even know that there's something on this side. Like, I actually have several projects that I've done on a live on the back of something else, okay? And y'all would have never known unless if I show it to you. Yeah, you absolutely don't have to do lives, Donna. That's the great thing about chalk. So there's so many different ways to share Chalkateur that is definitely not the only one. So no, so both sides are wood. Sorry, I'm chewing on this cough drop. Okay, that side is white, brown. The side I just painted was white. And they're both wood. So no, they're not chalkboard. Now we do have some chalkboard surfaces. Let me see. Like, I know this one's huge, okay? That is a chalkboard. That's removable. But you don't want to use chalk paint, okay? This red that I'm using is not chalk paint at all. It's just acrylic paint. This folk art chalk paint is actually, it's called chalk paint because it dries matte like a chalkboard, okay? And it's kind of got that like chalky texture, but it is not like chalk paste that's removable or erasable. Hi, Elizabeth. Yeah, Mom, you're totally right. Lori, you are a saint. Any teacher, if you're a teacher or a nurse, you automatically qualify for sainthood on this page, okay? So just know that. Well, you can absolutely do it, Donna. And you don't have to. If you don't want to, if you're not comfortable, don't do it. But, you know, you never know what you're going to be good at or what you can succeed in, okay? And if you have more questions, you just send me a message. Because there's lots of things that you can do that you have no idea. Hi, Brooke! Where have you been, my love? I miss you. I hope you had a great week. Happy Friday. All right. Now, just finishing up Santa's face. Let's do the round thing. And then we'll let this dry. I do want to paint that, frame. Gosh. I don't know where my words are tonight. I want to paint the frame one more time with the red and just go over it one more time. And then we'll be good to go and we can get this party on the road. Okay? Isn't the white like a maker board? I don't know what a maker board is. I'm sorry. See, I'm not a real crafter, I guess. I'm not sure what a maker board is. But the one that I showed you, the big one, is our Aiden frame. It is a chalkboard. Okay, this is the 9x9 box frame that you can get in my shop. Okay, it is a chalk surface, chalk marker board. Oh, the white one? The one with the white frame, you mean? It's a chalkboard. And then this one's just plain wood, which I can show you. Like, look, you can see. It's just wood. All right. Let me see if I can rearrange myself here. All right, now, see if we can just darken this red up just a little bit. Now, I'm not going to go around the edges on this one. Actually, I'm thinking this would be a good candidate for that rub and buff around the edges. Yes, the Aidens are magnetic. You are correct in that. So the big board that I just held up, I think that one's magnetic too. I've never tried that one. I know that the 12x18 is. And I know for a fact that the 9x12 is. So I assume that the 18x24 that I just held up is also. But I've never confirmed that. I've actually never put magnets on it. I've done magnets on both the other ones. But that's an idea for a project right there. That's a fabulous idea. You could make like a chore tracker with that big one, and have like magnets for your kids with their names or with the chore or whatever on it, and that would be really neat. And then keep track of it, and it's erasable, so you could use it weekly and update it, like if the chores change, if things change, summertime happens and they're out of school or whatever, and they have more chores or less chores, homework, whatever. Or a big calendar, it would be cool for a calendar. All right. Trying to concentrate really good. If you can't tell, that's what's happening here. Okay, yeah, I think we're going to use rub and buff along the edges because I am going to probably want to reuse this one and use the other side of it. And I think it would look neat. So if I do Santa on this side and then on the other side, the blank side, I do like, I don't know what, any other holiday or nothing, no holiday, right? Then the rub and buff, ooh, the advent calendar, yes. Great idea. That big one. That, did you buy that big one? It's an 18x24 advent and it is awesome. Ooh. And yes, you are correct, Mom. The chalk markers are removable off of those chalkboards. I'm sorry, I'm like catching up. Valentine's Advent. I love that idea. Oh my gosh, what a fun idea. I love it. I love that. Hi, Sharon. How are you? Okay. Now, I'm going to make sure this is dry. It feels dry, but I'm just going to double down, okay? So that we're sure. I am still getting red paint on me because there's a little bit of red that I went over on the side. Okay? Well, I hope things calm down for you, Brooke. I would love to see it slow down and you be able to relax and have a fun holiday. And then, of course, Christmas is literally basically here already. It's crazy. I really can't believe next week is Thanksgiving. I am going to Pennsylvania for a few days. So I will be out of town here very shortly. Oh, I need to wax this. What am I doing? I don't know. Y'all, I feel like kind of have the sinus thing going on and it's giving me kind of a brain fog. Okay. Okay. So, anyway, yeah, I'll be going to Pennsylvania next Wednesday. So I will not be seeing y'all for a couple of days next week. I'm going to take some time off and go hang out with my little babies, my best friend's kids. She's got a bunch of them, so it's going to be a little wild over there, but I think I'll make it. All right. Now, we're going to fuzz this, okay? I'm not going to fuzz it a whole lot because, like, the outer part has, like, nothing sticky hardly at all, okay? It's all silk screen. So let's begin at the beginning and let's do that one first. And let me see how this thing lines up. I love this light though. Seriously, there's no way I could get this in the center without it. It would be cockeyed and all over the place if I didn't have a light. So just there's like a bubble I'm chasing around and around here. Make sure I have it really good and pressed down before I move forward. Okay, we're just gonna use bright white. Nothing fancy here, okay? That's why I wanted to do the red and the black so that the white is really gonna pop. I think it's gonna look awesome. Okay. And this white is just creamy. I don't know if y'all can even see that because it's so bright in here, but it looks like sour cream, just edible is what it looks like. Oh, speaking of edible, you guys, I made a Golo meal for dinner tonight, and it was so good. It was a shrimp pasta with whole wheat pasta and fresh shrimp with like a red chili flake sauce with like, it just had a little bit of garlic and onion. And let me think. I'm thinking, what else was in there? Red chili flakes, which was, I went overboard a little bit on the chili flakes, but that's okay. It was a little spicy, but still good. Definitely edible. And Chris thought it was great. Super easy dinner. Oh, chicken broth. And that's it. Just, that made the soup, or like the sauce part, and then you just pour it right over your noodles and done. Okay, this was a super quick dinner. It took me more time to devein that shrimp. Okay, so here's my first part. Cute, right? All right, I'm gonna just set that there to dry. And then see if I can get Santa's face down. This thing can be challenging though whenever you've got a transfer wanting to stick to it. I'm gonna get there eventually. We'll see. There we go. All right. And then I'm getting that big, I have like a big chunk of lint underneath there, right? Like at the edge of the silk screen. So make sure that I get that out. It was so good, Melissa. Hi, Sandra. How are you? Welcome, my friend. So yeah, made that dinner for tonight. I went to the grocery store and got some more like fruit and stuff. I've been making overnight oats. That reminds me, I need to make some for tomorrow and for next week. The few days I'm going to be here, I want to make sure that I eat good before I go and eat a bunch of pie. Because I don't know what we're doing for Thanksgiving dinner up there. I know we're not doing regular Thanksgiving, like typical turkey and everything. But the only thing that we requested was we have to have the desserts. So I don't know what they're making for food. Hi, Carol. How are ya? So if y'all don't do a regular Thanksgiving dinner, like not the turkey and ham and all that stuff, what do you do? Tell me. I bet you my friend's husband makes the best spaghetti and meatballs like that I've ever had in my whole life, with these huge meatballs. And I bet you they're gonna make that, because every time I'm there, I'm like, obviously that's what you're cooking me. So I always make him make me that. So hopefully that's on the menu for at least one of the days. All right, let us put this baby together. So now I do want to dry this really well. I still see a little place right here where the black is not completely dry on the inside of the corner. Oh, I also want to pick out a Rub and Buff color. Now, I want to think about this to make it where it could be possibly seasonal for more than just one season. And I think silver along the edges would be nice. Maybe y'all can chime in on that and give me your opinion. I don't want to do gold because I think silver will be nice. And then that way I can use the other side for another project. And it'll look completely finished. And then I don't have to paint the edges, because I feel like painting the edges kind of finalizes it. And then whenever you try to do something on the other side, then the edges are already painted. So if you're going to use it for both sides, make sure that you think about what color your edges are. Okay, good. All right, good. I'm glad you all agree. Perfectamundo. Okay, so let me see. I have glue here. Still haven't looked for my glue gun. I do have a open house tomorrow. So I'll be looking for my glue gun and going through my kits tomorrow, because I want to do a live sale on my VIP on Sunday. I'll probably do an early live with my project on Sunday, and then do my live sale after that. Okay, so set this right here. And then I can put Santa's face in the middle. Make sure he's dry before I go touching him. Just using gel super glue from Dollar Tree, okay? It's just regular super glue. I don't know if it even has the brand on it. Let me look. But I don't like the liquid one because it gets too runny. So it's just the original super glue. The green, it says gel and green. And then I want to give this a second to set before I really start messing with it a whole lot. Because last night I didn't give it my project long enough, and it kind of slid around a little bit. But that one is a little heavier. It did hold really well, and that one looks great still. So this super glue works great. All right, now let's work on our edges. So this is Rub and Buff, okay? I bought it on Amazon. You can get it at any craft store, okay? But I ordered several on Amazon. Okay, don't watch. I hate when people do that, but it was a little stuck, okay? Wasn't that stuck, but I do have a pair of pliers I probably could have used, but I didn't think about that. All right. Now, I'm using one of these little foam brushes because this stuff is oil-based, and it is very hard to get off of your skin. I mean, it's not impossible, but it's very difficult, and I don't want to use a brush that I care about for Rub and Buff, okay? Because it will be unwashable for me. Now, unless you have like some really awesome brush cleaner or something, if you use oil paints or whatever, you'll understand that this stuff is no joke. Okay, so there's my first side of the silver. Now this stuff is called Rub and Buff because if you take a microfiber cloth after it's dry and rub it, it will give you a metallic finish. Okay, and it's super neat. It makes all my projects look done. Okay, instead of having to paint over the edges or anything like that, you don't have any of that issue, and it just looks finished. So let's take a little bit at a time. These little jars are tiny, but they last forever. You just use very little and spread that out. And the crazy thing about this stuff is it dries super fast. Like, it's so weird in that way because every time I've used it, I expect for it to still be wet and it's basically all dry already. And it just weirds me out so much because it seems like it would have taken a long time to dry. But it really does not. So, like just a few minutes and it's done. So anyway, you can comment the word Santa to get everything to make this. With the cutouts, the 9x9 box frame, and this cute transfer. And I don't know if I showed you the transfer, but there's also a part on it. Instead of doing Santa is coming to town, you can do cookies for Santa, like on a plate. And if I had a clear plate in this house that I haven't etched on already, I would have done that tonight. I would have etched cookies for Santa on a plate using this transfer because that, my friends, is a great idea. What did it send you? It looks like it sent something. Did I not hook it up? I may have messed up. Yeah, there's a form. I'll send it to you, Brooke. I don't know why I didn't send it. Everything looks like it's set up okay, so I don't know what that's about. All right, now everything's all done. My edges are done. Okay, I'm gonna try and not touch them so that they can fully dry, but literally this will be dry in just a few minutes. Rub and Buff is the name of that product that I just used, okay? Just like that. And I love it. Thank you. I'm so glad you like it, Carol. Thank you so much. Yeah, this edge over here, this left edge, is dry. And so is the right. Isn't that strange? It is dry. I mean, basically. There's a little bit coming off on me, but not a lot, okay? It's not wet feeling. It's so weird. And that might not even be, I don't know. I may have touched it a minute ago. Anyways, I'm sorry I'm crazy. That is my full project for tonight. I hope you love it the most. You can comment Santa to get all of the stuff to make this. And I just love how that white just really pops on the red and the black background. So I am so glad that you all love it. Thank you for joining me tonight. I hope you have a wonderful Saturday tomorrow. Please sleep in for me. Y'all pray for me because tomorrow afternoon at noon Central, we have a open house over here. So just cross your fingers that my house finds its buyer and that they are meant to be tomorrow, okay? All right, y'all. I will see you later. And I'll let you know how it goes tomorrow night, okay? See ya.